I just finished reading Alfred Doblin's Berlin Alexanderplatz, and I was completely floored by this extraordinary masterpiece. It turns out that Doblin is as much of an inventive, madcap, literary modernist as Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, Ezra Pound, Eliot, the works. He's almost the missing link between Dostoevsky and William T. Vollmann's grittier novels. He follows this guy, Franz Bieberkopf, who is released from jail. And the book seems to be aimless, but it's not. Because what Doblin is doing here is looking at Bieberkopf's struggles to take the straight road, but he can't. He is a criminal. He's not a very likable person, but that's the point. This is an examination of the underprivileged, of systemic injustice from multiple perspectives, because what Doblin does is that sometimes you're close to Bieberkopf, and then sometimes he pulls back and he says the man, and then sometimes he pulls back further and it's Doblin, the author, stating his intentions, which is almost postmodern, but this was published in 1929. It's quite extraordinary. Once you get the hang of this kind of shifting approach, you realize that you're on a journey to try to face the ineffable, to stare into a problem that is going to exist irrespective of your own particular life, which is, what do we do to rehabilitate criminals? I was so fucking moved by this book, and I see why Fassbinder decided to take this book and turn it into a TV series. And I've seen that, but I never read the book. But the book is so weirdly poignant. I didn't expect to feel things like this. I didn't expect to empathize with this monstrous motherfucker, Franz Bieberkopf, but I did. You know, even he loses a fucking arm at one point. I mean, you know, nobody should lose an arm. But he's saying something very interesting about the futility of seemingly democratic society and law and order to solve this problem, because he has these kind of ironic juxtapositions of various legalese throughout the book, almost to kind of interrogate the ineptitude of why we need to rehabilitate criminals, why we need to see if we can give them a shot. And the question you have as you read this is Franz Bieberkopf someone who can be rehabilitated? And maybe yes, maybe no, but the system sure is fucking helping. It's still just as potent today in terms of the systemic injustice, I think, that plagues America. Similar fucking problems. But fucking rocked my world. I wish I would have read this as a younger man, but I'm glad to have read it now. I do suggest that if you're in your 20s and your 30s, pick up Berlin Alexanderplatz. Or even if you're later in life and you still are open to changing your mind or broadening your perspective.